Do you remember the famed Phil Robertson from the television show Duck Dynasty? He and his family captivated everyone for years, running one of the most successful television shows in history. Everyone was taken by their unique hunting skills and family bond, so they kept coming for more. Many wish that this show ran forever. However, over the years, a series of unfortunate events have come up, forcing some hard changes. Phil and his family have said goodbye to television after an unfortunate diagnosis, which showed that his wife was facing some serious ailment. Also, the story of the Robertsons hasn't all been smooth and clean. There have been instances of betrayal and personal battles that we don't get to see on screen. Want to find out more about these? Then, join us in this thrilling dive into the life of the Robertsons from the Duck Dynasty. Phil Robertson was born on April 24, 1946, in Vivian, Louisiana, where got to learn hard survival skills from the onset. The rural nature of his environment at the time pushed him and the rest of the family into hunting as a means of survival. It wasn't a choice. It was either to the hunt or stay back and starve. Phil's family was relatively large, with Phil being one out of 6 children. The large family size meant that there were a whole lot more mouths to feed, and acquiring the survival skills needed was a must. Phil and his siblings did all they could to support the family, as their parents weren't so financially stable. However, despite the harsh realities on ground at the time, Phil managed to keep his head up and saw himself through school, doing so against all odds. While in high school, Phil showed great interest in football, and it turned out he was really good at it too. His skills caught the attention of college scouts, and this was his chance to further his education. He finally got into Louisiana Tech University on a football scholarship, where he continued to hone his skills, keeping up to his own end of the deal. At Louisiana Tech, Phil joined the Bulldogs football team as a starting quarterback. This was the same team that Terry Bradshaw played in, and he was the backup quarterback to Phil. As Terry would later reveal, Phil never gave up his passion for hunting, despite having a promising career in football. He sometimes showed up to training, still having some of his hunting gear. Terry would later make it to the NFL Hall of Fame as a 4-time Super Bowl champion, playing for Pittsburgh Steelers. But fate had something totally different in store for Phil. In fact, Phil had turned down an offer to take up playing professionally. He was that good. However, he had a burning desire to go back to the simple career in hunting and decided to put his all into making something worthwhile out of it. This decision shocked everyone who saw the potential in Phil at the time, but there was little anyone could do to stop him. Phil wasn't just ready for all the pressures that came with playing in the big leagues and preferred to make a quiet life for himself. Once again, Phil finds himself in the backwoods of Louisiana, where he gets back in touch with his roots. This time, he was ready to expand the venture that was solely done for survival in the past into something more extraordinary. During this time, Phil developed a hobby of making duck calls. He wasn't satisfied with the commercially available duck calls that he bought at the time, as they didn't quite mimic the sounds as accurately as he wanted. So, in a bid to get more efficient while out hunting, he resolved to make and tune his own duck calls. Soon, he got so good at making these and saw a business opportunity. He decided to share his new invention with the world and ended up getting a patent for his product. In 1972, Phil Robertson founded the famed Duck Commander, a brand that specializes in making his unique and effective duck calls and other hunting gear. In no time, due to the effectiveness of his products, the Duck Commander brand became widely known, and the business expanded rapidly. The good thing about Phil's journey was that he didn't get to embark on it alone. His wife, Marcia K. Caraway Robertson, was by his side all the way, and they both shot themselves into relevance. Kay was born just about a year after Phil on December 21, 1947. She grew up in Ida, Louisiana, which wasn't far from where Phil grew up. Like Phil, she was deeply connected to the South and was very much self-reliant and hard-working. They both met during their teenage years and have remained a thing ever since. Through Phil's football career and his later transition into hunting, Kay has been his bedrock and companion. They supported each other greatly, and the bond between the two grew stronger by the day. They ended up getting married in 1966 and have achieved so much more together. Their combined efforts helped them maintain the balance between growing the Duck Commander business and raising 4 sons: Alan, Jace, Welly, and Jep. They have all been running the business together ever since, and the younger ones are poised to take over running of their father's empire. All grown now, the Robertsons have a shared, distinctive look with their huge beards. All except Jace, that is. Aside from the beards, they all have some shared values, with the belief in hard work and a strong Christian faith. With the Robertson family's growth came the growth of Duck Commander. To qualify as a serious hunter, you just have to have gear from Duck Commander. As you would imagine, this translated to huge profits for the family-owned business, and they have gotten a reasonable turnover from the business. However, despite their fortune, the family has remained deeply rooted in their humble beginnings, living a very simple life. Fast forward to 2012, fortune really smiled on the Robertsons following the premiere of Duck Dynasty, a reality television program that followed the lives of the Robertsons as they hunted, ran their business, and even showed their strong Christian roots. The show first aired on the A&E network, and it blew up faster than anyone would expect. With each new season came a new milestone. The viewership grew by the day as a lot of people became drawn by the variety of content that the family showcased. I guess the fact that they showed real-time events without any form of alteration helped keep the viewers returning for more. Phil Robertson's face soon became linked with the show, and the wide recognition helped them push their brand and even make more profit than they ever expected. But in all these, they maintained their home in backwoods Louisiana, where they remain close to nature. Phil and Kay have been an inspiration to people all around the world. They have inspired many to remain faithful to their roots while putting in the work, and in no time, there is bound to be some kind of breakthrough. Their strong Christian belief has been the bedrock of their existence. In fact, it landed Phil in trouble with his producers a couple of times, but he has been able to come out of it, owing to his ever-growing popularity. With each season of the show airing, it became obvious that Duck Dynasty appealed to both the older and younger demographics, making it one of the most watched shows on the network. While Phil and his sons are out running the business and show, Kay has been really important to the team, always bringing the family together with really good dinners. She has always had fun cooking for her family, and this has helped foster the unity within the family. The Robertsons also didn't fail to be very innovative with their business when it came to it. With the growing attention that the business was getting from the show, they saw a golden opportunity to expand their product line. They not only made duck calls anymore, they included turkey calls and also deer grunts, and made sure they were very competitive products in the market as well. To complement their base products, they included other hunting gear, including things like camouflage clothing, hats, and outdoor gear, all part of the Duck Commander brand. Giving them their credits, Phil's sons have been instrumental in the growth of the business. Willie took up the role as the CEO of the brand and has been committed to seeing that their products get to a wider audience. Under his leadership, they have seen increased production and the spread of their products in major retail stores across the United States. He has also seen the brand branch out to even their faith-based merchandise, where they have published books, DVDs, and other content that reflect their Christian beliefs, and also document their day-to-day activities. As time progressed, all the efforts they were putting into running Duck Dynasty started to pay off. By the third season, the show became the most watched, non-scripted show on cable television. That was a huge milestone for the Robertsons. The premiere of the third season got over 11 million views, which translated to a surge in sales. The Robertsons are one of the richest families on reality TV, but one can hardly tell how huge their fortune is from their down-to-earth approach to life, which has been largely shaped by their Christian belief. However, Despite the beautiful family dynamics that we all witness on screen, the Robertsons have faced some serious challenges, some of which have threatened their bond as a family. At the moment, the matriarch of the family faces a serious health challenge and is being supported by the family. One of the scares that fans got from the family was back in 2022 when news broke that Kay had just been rushed to the hospital after suffering an injury from a dog bite. This incident occurred with their dog, Bobo, who got startled when Kay leaned in to give him a goodnight kiss while he was asleep. Phil said that he remembered seeing his wife with a rag over her mouth, asking to be taken to the hospital. After she explained what happened, they took her in for treatment, and she was sent back home to make a full recovery. They all understood why the dog acted the way it did, and in a lighter mood, Phil says remembers teasing Kay with the popular saying, "Let the sleeping dog lie." With this event behind them, Kay has since made a full recovery and is back to carrying out her normal activities. However, beneath everything, she still faces a more serious health issue, which the family has withheld the details from the public. According to some sources, however, the hidden ailment seems to have no cure, and the family has been left to manage its growth with medications. We wish Miss Kay a quick recovery and hope the family comes out of this challenge with smiling faces. At least with the days of the Duck Dynasty now behind them, they have more time to focus on some things that matter the most. Duck Dynasty aired its last episode titled End of an Era in 2017 after 11 very successful seasons. The decision was unanimous, and they have decided to take the time off to focus on other personal matters. They were really grateful to fans for all their support, and they ended the show with a prayer, a testament to the strong values that they have in the family. This break from the spotlight couldn't have come at a better time, owing to the many challenges that the family is currently faced with. Aside from their mother's ailment, they are also faced with Lisa's unfortunate fate with cancer. Lisa Robertson is one of the daughters-in-law of the family and is married to Alan Robertson. The news of her condition came as a huge shock to everyone, but she has remained strong in the face of adversity. With the love of her family, she has been able to manage her condition and looks forward to a time when she will come out victorious in the fight. The strong faith that they share as a family has been the major thing that binds the family and strengthens them during these trying times. They remain optimistic and hope that one day they can put all these stories behind them. Also, with the release of his memoir titled Happy, 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 My Life and Legacy as the Duck Commander, which was published in 2013, Phil gave the world a little more insight into his personal life and struggles. He hasn't always been the strong Christian that we know today, and he documents his struggles with substance abuse and how it made him push his family away. Luckily, he was able to put this phase behind him and is currently a very devout Christian, committed to spreading the word. Phil has also had problems in the past because of his strong Christian views. Some years back, he came under fire for openly speaking against gay rights. He was basically against everything about the LGBTQ community and outrightly said so in public. As you would imagine, his views generated a significant uproar from the public, leading to his suspension from the Duck Dynasty show. However, fans of the show soon showed their discontent with his absence, and the producers had no choice but to bring him back in before the show could suffer any damage from the uproar. Ever since that incident, Phil's interviews became a lot more censored, as he wasn't willing to change his views for anyone. He categorically stated that those within the gay community won't make heaven. This generated a whole lot of varying opinions, and he had quite a significant number of people on his side. However, certain compromises have to be made to make sure that Phil doesn't draw much negative attention to the network. Not minding what they have had to face in the past, the family remains stronger than ever before, as they continue to pursue other ventures that they have an interest in. They have had a lot of work together, and the time off that they have from the Duck Dynasty would allow them to pursue personal interests. One of the projects that they handled together was the making of the movie The Blind, The Blind chronicles the life of Phil from the time he hadn't found Christianity through his transformation. It also looks into the journey of building Duck Commander and other successes that he has had in his life. A central theme of the movie was how empty life would have been for the star if he hadn't found Jesus. His conversion saved his marriage, helping him drop some of the old habits that he picked up along the way. He struggled with alcohol and substance abuse and almost destroyed everything. It has been a long way coming for Phil and his family, and we all look forward to seeing what they will be committing to in the near future. On her part, Kay hasn't been left out of the huge success story of the family. Outside the collective achievements, she has also carved out a niche for herself, making something more from her love for cooking. She has been known to cook delicious meals for the family at the end of their day, and has taken the initiative to make her own cookbook, Miss Kay's Duck Commander. Kitchen, faith, family, and food bring our home to your table. The book was published in 2013, the same year Phil published his memoir. The book was more than a cookbook. It contained recipes that had been made under the strong values and memories that characterize the Robertson household. Each speaks of its own unique story and sings its songs to times that will forever be cherished. Whatever the Robertsons own today is a testament to their collective efforts and dedication to family. Aside from Willie, who holds the place as the CEO of the brand, others have also played significant roles in seeing the family business reach its full potential. For instance, Jace has been known for his expertise and crafty nature. He has been the one overseeing the making and tuning of different calls that the brand markets. He does this with the help of other employees, who he guides through the intricate processes of making the calls to meet the standards that they have set for their products. Alan, while looking for his own path, left the family business for a while, looking to become a preacher. However, he later returned to the family, becoming more of a spokesman for the brand. He also found the opportunity to carry out his preaching career by preaching the message of faith to their wide audience. He has also been actively involved in the development of new products. The daughters-in-law of the family have also found themselves involved in running the family business. The brand has become part of what it means to be a Robertson, and they have successfully involved everyone, one way or another, in the day-to-day running of the business. As we all watch Phil take a step back from being active in running the brand, there are strong signs that the best years of the brand are yet to come. We are hopeful to see what his children and grandchildren will be able to make of it. What are your favorite memories from Duck Dynasty? Let's chat in the comments and make sure you subscribe, as we have more amazing content coming your way.